I gotta figure out a way to like hold on to this tripod so it doesn't flip around when I'm driving. But that's a problem for me later, not right freaking now. So it's the 4th of July, and I think this warrants mentioning. Hardcore ass gym, Metro Fitness, limited hours. It was like 12 to 2 or something, or 10 to 2. YMCA closed. You know who's open? You know who's open for regular hours? Planet Fitness. All right? Because they care. Planet Fitness cares about the lifters in their community. But just another W for having a couple of gym memberships. So legs on the agenda. We're back to the normal, 4-day loop of legs, chest, back, and then arms, with shoulders thrown in periodically. And then I guess the jig is up on why I didn't record the back day. Got a goddamn Hosstile meetup with Fuad. That was badass. Fucking, I don't. If you guys don't know who that is, he's the owner of Hosstile supplements. So check this shit out. We're rocking the Hosstile merch right now. I'll get into that more later. I really don't have a lot of time to smash legs, so that'll be the post lift talk. We'll get into that. All the details, any potential changes in terms of the videos. Shouldn't be too crazy. Come on, I'm gonna keep these rolling. Don't worry. But first on the agenda, leg curls. Fuck, a bunch of roads are closed. I don't know how I can even get there. But yeah, first thing on the agenda is gonna be leg curls. Hamstrings first. I think I'm gonna get some Smith machine RDLs in too. I don't know why. I just have kind of a hankering for them. I just know they're gonna feel good. So probably a variety. Well, not a variety. I'll probably circulate between laying leg curls, seated leg curls, and Smith machine RDLs. And then once that's done, the hamstrings are pumped up. Move on to quads. Primary movement is going to be leg extensions, right? But I might throw in some variations, maybe some sissy squats, potentially some machine leg press supersets. We'll see. I am chilling from squatting heavy at the moment. I might get into some lighter squats during the dieting phase. We'll have to see. We'll freaking have to see. But enough yapping. Let's just get in there and get started before the well, this will be the fireworks before the fireworks, if you know what I'm saying. So yeah, let's get in there. Again, in the effort to sort of change up the style of my lifts, right? If you've seen any of the other leg day videos, you know that my classic move is heavy hamstring curls, right? Like I just load up the whole stack, bounce it around, whatever. So just to change it up a little, I'm gonna go a little bit lighter. And just as a preference thing, I'll do single leg for the beginning. If I did the same weight times 2 and did double leg, it'd be the same thing. But, sometimes I just like the feeling of single leg curls. But yeah, I think probably it's 2 here. I really try to maybe not pause the weight, but just get an extra squeeze at the bottom for just a moment. Probably 15, 20 reps, whatever I can do. And then we'll get ready to move on to some other sort of variation. There we go. In my mind, there's pretty much 2 methods of performing sets. All right, 2 basic methods, right? There's like the heavy method, right? Like that would be if I threw the whole stack, or put the whole stack up and it's kind of just bouncing it around. Like I'd fatigue the fuck out of my hamstrings, right? but I would only, reach like the end of the set by not really just physically being able to do another rep. Whereas with these ones, it's a little bit more mental because the weight's a bit lighter. So rather than get to a point where I just like physically can't move anymore, you're really just fighting the pain that you're feeling from getting a really nice squeeze. That'd be like, curling the 50s versus sitting here and curling the 20s nice and slow, right? Both are going to be pretty good. At least, well, what do I mean by good? Both are going to be effective, but I think an even mix of both is probably good, right? Which that's what I pretty much do usually, right? Typically my workouts are heavy shit in the beginning, lighter squeezing sets in the end. But, here I'm changing it up a little bit. All right, let's do some leg curls now. This is going to be more so of a heavy throw the weight around set, like I got the whole stack on here. Honestly, this laying leg curl leaves a lot to be desired, in my opinion. Just the feeling of it, not the best. I like the ones, the ones that I usually do, right? If you go back and watch any other leg day I've done in the past, like, I don't know, a month or two, if it's not here, then you'll probably see this other kind of leg curl, or instead of having the bar right here, it's kind of like on the side. Well, it's just a preference thing, whatever. I mean, no point complaining. No, I mean, this is all right, but I'm thinking, whole stack, just throw it around for as much as possible. Really just try to go fucking crazy, that's it. Ooh. Three more of those. Oh my God. In the context of working out, right? The more comfortable you can get with being uncomfortable and like actually exerting yourself, the better, right? Like the untrained person will get to a level of muscular discomfort. If you take two dudes, one of them, honestly, let's say one has lifted for a month and the other one hasn't, but they're at the same strength level. They're at the same level of strength. Or, let's change up the analogy. Let's just take two fucking people and they're the same. The exact same fucking person, right? Now, let's say one of them doesn't give a fuck about getting big, and the other one wants to get pretty fucking big, right? And, they're both capable of doing, let's say, 20 reps on a set of curls. Sure, their form might get kind of bad at the end, but they can get to 20. The guy who doesn't give a fuck about getting big, he might do 8 reps, he might do 10 reps and be like, okay, that's enough. That's enough for me. I'm not getting any benefit from this discomfort, right? Oh, this is starting to hurt. Why'd you tell me to do this? This is stupid. But the guy who wants to get big, assuming he really wants to get fucking big, then he knows, okay, right, this is getting hard. This is difficult. But there's a reward after. There's a reward from this difficulty, right? So he might be able to do 15, 17, however many reps, right? The closer you can get to your maximum output, the better, right? And part of that's just going to be your mentality. So, for me, after lifting for so long, I'm pretty much used to like that burning feeling or whatever. So if you're doing a set where it's not like a compound lift, I always talk about this, like training to failure is much easier when you're doing like a bench or a squat or a deadlift, because you'll get to a point where you literally cannot do another rep, or you just cannot fucking press the bar. You're gonna fail and crush yourself. But when you're doing a set of, like, let's say pec flies or light curls or lateral raises, where you can do full range of motion, but as it gets more difficult, then you can start doing just little bits of partials and just really try to, burn out as much as possible. On sets like those, same thing with these leg curls. The more you can just try to fucking burn out, the better. The freaking better. That's what I say. So I'm going to try to maintain that mentality and throw this shit around one more time before moving on to Smith machine RDLs. Okay, so these can be a little bit tricky in terms of their execution, because it looks pretty similar to just a normal ass deadlift in which you're going to be using a lot of lower back and glutes. But all I can really say is try your best not to. That's pretty much the best tip I have. Like, the only way you're going to learn how to do these and just feel your hamstring is by practice. But, I'll put my legs together right underneath the bar, keep my legs relatively straight, and try to feel something. Definitely a different feeling than those hamstring curls. Actually, you know what? I can give you a little tip. As you're coming up on the rep, try to squeeze your knees together. That's probably the only thing I can tell you. So I'm gonna do 2 more here. That's enough of that. Let's go to 2 sets of seated and move on to quads. Fuck, they're already pumped. Hamstrings are already pumped to hell. I think I'm just gonna do 2 sets of half. I don't even know what, pause? Whatever. Basically, the style of rep is gonna be, start at the top, go down halfway, stop for a second, and then finish the rep, right? So I'll do maybe, 10 reps like that or whatever until it feels good. And then I'll just burn out with normal reps. So 2 sets of that should put the finishing touches on hamstrings. Okay, let's move on to the leg extension right in front of us. Oh yeah, dude, just reaching back here. I can't even describe what this feels like. Maybe a large ham, perhaps? Literally. So, gonna start with single leg extensions. About half the stack-ish. Obviously going to start with my weaker quad first, match the reps on the strong one, right? Like I feel like the right one could maybe get, I don't know, a few more reps than the left. So if I take the left one to like, here you go, to like basically, you know, failure-ish, right? You know, as close as I can get, and match the right one, then the left one should get a little more work and catch up, right? If you catch my drift. So let's throw this around. Let me pick a good song for this next one, but I'm gonna go ahead and change it up. So instead of doing more single leg shit, I'm gonna throw in a drop set that I like. I haven't been doing it because I tweaked my right quad a little bit ago and pressing was kind of bothering me, even like kind of light shit. But I just did a little bit of a test set, felt all right. So plan for the drop set, well, I'm more of a superset, is I'm gonna throw the stack on here, burn out with double leg, I don't know how many reps, whatever, until it feels about right. And then jump straight onto this machine leg press. Now the whole stack on this machine isn't that heavy. You know, it's nothing crazy, but after you pre-exhaust with leg extension, then I should get a crazy burn on here. So I'll see how many of these I want to do. Let's just start off with one. This will definitely put you out of breath if you do this one, so make sure you get kind of hyped up. Well, it'll put you out of breath if you go hard. Oh my God. That feels pretty good. I don't know how many more of these I'll do, but I'll just jump cut through them. Oh, that's a good one. Okay, at least two more. Yeah. Oh, yeah. A little bit of another, well, honestly, this is just a callback to what I was saying earlier on the, by the leg curl. Like, when I do these, 15, 20-ish reps on the leg extension to pre-exhaust, that's not the part that's to failure, right? Like, that's just me doing this set to preemptively tire out and pump up my quads a little bit before I get onto that leg press. Now, this isn't me fresh, right, with a, insane amount of weight. I don't even know how much I can leg press. Don't want to find out. But this set is not like a compound lift where I can really reach failure, right? It's a lot more mental, because what's really stopping me at the end of this set is just the pain in my quads, right? And the discomfort of the reps, where, my mind's like, you need to fucking just stop, you're done, that's enough, right? So I'm trying my best to get as many as possible. And again, you can always try harder, right? Like, you can always get a little bit of a partial going. So how about this? In my mind, I'm gonna try to hit 20 reps. That's gonna be my goal there. Yeah, all right. All right, did not hit 20. Oh. Let's go back to some single leg. Oh man. Usually I've been doing like kind of just a rudimentary 11 sets per body part, but I'm starting to think it might be a good idea to just sort of go until I'm like fully pumped. Now, as a beginner, you might not really have that have the ability to discern when that is, right? But after you've lifted for a while, maybe let's say you got 12 sets on the agenda for buys, and by the time you get to set 8, you're fully pumped. I know a lot of pretty decently large guys, well, not even decently, like huge guys. I remember seeing a video of Antoine Boyer. I forget his last name. I don't know the guy, but crazy big. And he was saying some shit like, just go till you're pumped and then you're good. Now, if you think you're fully pumped in 3 sets, I think that's a bit low. Right? I pretty much would recommend to the general public around 7 to 11 working sets per body part per lift. I think that's a decent number. So I'm gonna get a few more sets of single leg done. And honestly, if I feel fully pumped after like 2 of these, or honestly just 2 of these, I'll just call it and then we can go check it out. But I'll go kind of slow on these, really try to squeeze it. Okay, you know what? Actually, I'm just gonna do 1 set of double leg. Just try to fucking go crazy, and then we can go check the pump. I can tell I'm not gonna get much more blood flow in here than this. Okay. Oh yeah, that's a good fucking pump. Holy shit. Let's go check it out before it starts to deflate. There we go. Let's bring the exposure down a little. Ooh. It's been a little while since I've done those, well, really any kind of like moderately loaded pressing, because I pulled a little something right up here. Not bad, but like, you know, uncomfortable. I was going too heavy on single leg extensions, but it seems to be clearing up. Obviously, I'm not trying to push it too soon. So, whew. Luckily the cut is getting close to starting, and I won't be doing any kind of heavy squats then. Not that I'm doing it right now, but for me, I think squats are such a taxing movement that I think it might be too much on when you're dieting. Like the whole point of training in a body fat reduction phase, you know, cutting, is to maintain the muscle you built, as well as some strength. So there is logic to, you know, going heavy and really stimulating the muscle. Like I'm still gonna be benching really heavy and you know, rowing really heavy, but I do chill out on squats because, you know, you're working glutes, lower back, just really a crazy set of squats is pretty taxing, and I'd rather spend that energy just on like leg extensions and stuff. So let's see what we're working with. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Not disappointed with that one bit. Oh my gosh. Whew. Whew. Who doesn't love a big set of fucking wheels, man? Dude, oh, this is actually a really fucking good pump. Let's try to widen out the hammy a little. Whew. I tell you what, this pump is especially good because of those fucking that pressing. Because typically, like I like leg extensions. I do a ton of leg extensions, but they don't really get so much work up here in your outer quad. Like when I do leg extensions, I really feel a lot of burn down here, and maybe some up here, whatever this medial part of your quad is. But really pressing is, I feel it out here at least. You know, however you feel it, whatever. Oh my God. Calves are still there. Can't really, I'm sure once I'm dieted down, you'll see some more like interesting shit going on with the hamstring. But for now, pump, the hamstring just kind of turns into a fucking blob. Let's see if I can get some veins popping out. Be careful when you're checking your pump and you take that big breath and you really like squeeze your torso to try to get your veins popping out. Because if you do it too hard, you can literally pass out. I've never got that crazy with it, but you know, I felt kind of lightheaded. The last thing you want to do is wait for gym staff to find you, you know, laying on your fucking back, concussed, because you're trying to get some extra veins for your pose down. Whew. But yeah, I mean, dude, these shorts are approaching, you know, too small level. My quads aren't going to get much bigger than this, especially since I'm about to start, you know, trimming down. But hell, next bulk, if I can, you know, make these unwearable, that'll be a good fucking sign. So, nothing else to discuss in here. Let's just fucking go get in the car and slam the dextrose. There we go. All right, let's slam the dextrose shake before anything else. Oh, Oh, yeah. Had some leftover vanilla protein that I had to use. Oh, oh. Let's let that settle for just a moment. Oh, oh. Okay, so yeah. So what I was saying before was like the reason I didn't record that back day, a couple, I think 2-ish videos or whatever, because I was lifting with the Hosstile crew. They sent me a DM. They said they were coming through Ohio, wanted to get a lift in. I'm like, that's fucking badass. So, went over there, recorded the whole little lift. I'll link it. I'll link it in the description of this video for you to go check it out. But those guys are fucking sick. So obviously I looked through all the fucking nutritional whatevers and pre-workout, make sure I liked it. Because for me, I mean, as long as the ingredients are legit, that's fucking perfect. I'm not like a stickler or anything like that. But everything looks sick. Plus, that workout was fucking awesome. I mean, before they showed up, I was nervous. Like I was kind of walking, not like pantsing, but I'm used to just recording myself. So having not really a camera crew, but having somebody record me when we were lifting, I was a little nervous. But no, it was super cool when they got there. Uh, I mean, I guess just watch the video if you want to see what went down. But yeah, that was legit. So any changes to come, you're gonna see some videos of mine on the Hosstile YouTube channel, right? Instead of just on here. So it'll pretty much be the same sort of thing. Especially when I'm dieting, I'm gonna have a lot more like food videos, right? Because I've been pretty much just spamming the training, but I hardly, well, I talk about it, but I never show off, what I've been eating. And in the dieting phase, I think that's a little bit more important, right? Just because it can be a bit more complicated to go about losing weight, right? Gaining weight, that's pretty simple. Anybody can figure that kind of shit out. But yeah, so honestly, I don't really have much else to say about that. Like, dudes are cool, stuff look good. So get ready for some more, product placement, quote unquote, in the future. But yeah, honestly, I'm super excited. I haven't really taken any other sort of sponsorship seriously, just because they're all kind of just whatever, right? Like blank supplements. It's just a bunch of guys. But these dudes are legit. 30 years experience. Honestly, you got to watch the fucking back day video. They were telling me all sorts of little tips, and that was just from the first interaction. So hopefully for me, getting exposed to these bigger guys, that'll start giving me an edge, start giving me some more info, and then in turn, some more info to teach you guys. So dextro shake slammed, athlete sponsored, legs pumped. This couldn't have been a better day, and last couple of days. So gotta get home kind of quick, go watch the fireworks show. Honestly, it's already started. I'm fucking missing it. And yeah, shit, tomorrow's gonna be chest day. Should be a pretty freaky pump. A little bit of a different final words. Use code SAM for 10% off on all Hosstile supplements. That feels so funny to say, but now it's legit. So all my content is still gonna be pumping out like usual. You shouldn't expect much change. So if you were worried about that, rest easy. But chest tomorrow, cardio in the morning. I'll see you then.